Hey everyone, welcome. This is Coach K. Guys, we are having focus training. Monday through Friday, we have some type of training at 7 p.m. Eastern. I do the training on Tuesday. We have trainings Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. It is called accountability training. And what happens in that accountability training, if you really want to know how to grow your business, how to make money, that is the trainings that you want to be on. If you don't know how to post, where to post, when to post, how to post, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Focus training is more so we're going to focus on different topics. We're just going to break larger topics down into smaller topics. Focus means fully operating consistently using systems. That is our focus training. What this is meant to do is to help you go back and pour into your teams or train your teams, or you be enlightened so that when somebody on your team asks you a question, you'll be able to answer it with confidence. Because what I'm understanding is a lot of times, let me turn my camera on. There we go. What I'm understanding is that a lot of times we don't do as well as we could because we're not confident in what we're doing. And I want you to be as confident as possible. So this is what we're doing. We're going to be working on this focus training, and we're going to have different things that we're going to be discussing. One thing that I want to share with you guys is this book. It is called Building an Empire. And what caught my eye on this book is if you turn it on the back, one thing it's going to say is you are literally holding millions of dollars worth of information in your hands. This is one of those books that you read throughout the whole year. We're going to go through it one segment at a time. I'm going to give you guys till next week to pick it up. Those of you who care to, I'm going to be referring to stuff in this book from now probably into the end of the year. So this is something you want to get your hands on. If you go on Amazon, you can get a used copy for a little less money, or just find it for as inexpensively as you can. Don't be afraid to write in your books, circle things, highlight things, mark things that you can go back to that's going to help you really just zone in. This is really a good book for those who want to build. Now, if you are an MLO, all you want to do is put loans in, then this book may not be the best book for you. But if you are somebody, you really want to get on the leaderboard, you want to build an expansive team, you want to really know how to lead people, this is a great book for you to use. This is like he took 10 years of his life and put it into one book. So yeah, it's Building an Empire, and it's by Brian Carruthers. It's Caruthers. Brian Carruthers. It's the most complete blueprint to building a massive network marketing business. Building an Empire. So this is what I'll be teaching out of for the next few months, just so that you guys know. So as far as focus training, today we're going to talk about plugging in. We're going to have the accelerator bonus information, and we're going to talk about final tips and takeaways. These are things that you all can interject yourselves, because I want focus training to be interactive. We only have an hour to do this. So if you're not getting your teams on this call, you should. I sent out emails to those I personally enrolled today to make sure that they knew to be here. Everybody, please check to make sure you're on mute, to make sure that people were here, because it is very important for you to plug into additional resources. I know we've got training galore during the week, but the 7 o'clock trainings, they are just really hands-on. So plugging in, we've already talked in ad nauseum about plugging in. I want you all to come off mute. I'm going to stop sharing for a second. I want you all to come off mute, and I want everybody to go into the chat and type a training that you attend on a regular basis. That's a part of this company. Give me the training and the time that you go. Oh, the name of the book is Building an Empire. I'll put that up here. Brian Brothers. I've had this book for years. Tuesday at 7, great. Let me look. Michelle Parker, MLO training. I went to the 1 p.m. today. Michelle Parker, that is amazing. Great. Y'all, Michelle is brand new. She hadn't been here a good 2 weeks yet, and she's already plugging in. I guarantee you she's going to be putting in a lot of loans. Tamara said, full transparency, I haven't been consistent, but will be with these Tuesday coaching sessions. Tamara, I'm telling you, the Tuesday sessions, this is for strategy and for growth. So if you want more money, you want to grow, you want leadership, this is where you want to be. Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, how to post, where to post, when to post. Also, just growing your team with people who are actually doing it. Because sometimes we'll tell you, do this, do that, and you don't know how. Think of Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday as hands-on. Think of Tuesdays as strategy. We got some great trainers during the week at 7 p.m. And every one of these classes are at 7 p.m. So you can mark your calendar. And we all, I think, they have a link and then I have a link. But we all use the same link over and over again. So when you record it, you'll have it. I always put the link with mine when I post it. I want to thank Dr. Tangela Collins-Myers because she's always sharing that on her page. I know Denise Wilson, she is a broker here in North Carolina. She's one of the trainers. Also, Dr. Tamisha is one of the trainers, and the Millennial Boss is one of the trainers. And sometimes we have a special training by Yolanda Mead. She's also somebody that trains on that day. And of course, Dr. Tangela Collins-Myers and myself. We are the trainers that are going to be training on that Tuesday night. So you want to make sure that you come. And let's see. That's great, Tamara. I'll see you on Tuesdays. Mika Lawrence. This one, the 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. Oh, and the Saturday at 11 a.m. Let me tell you 5 things. If you're new and you're not on that Saturday call, you are missing a great deal. That is the open office calls. It is specifically to make sure that you have onboarded correctly, that you haven't missed any steps, that you know how to navigate in that back office. And then right after the 11 o'clock, we roll right into the 12 o'clock training for the entire company. So on Saturdays, I can't do it every single Saturday, but just about every single Saturday, I'm on the 11 and 12 o'clock call because I don't want to miss that. Missy said others. Myrna said accountability call, 7 p.m., 2 to 3 times a week. And Myrna, that is amazing. Just because you may not see expansive growth yet, you absolutely will, because you don't understand. You're putting things in your storehouse. And when you need them, they're going to just come to you. And you're going to be setting yourself up to share with your team members. I don't attend regularly. I'm not worried about that because you're going to start. I'm pretty sure you're going to find value in this. Mestana or Mestana, I don't want to mispronounce your name. So if you are here, please let me know how to pronounce your name. Denise Wilson, Monday through Friday. Yeah, Denise is on every training. You just should have put all of them because she's on just about every training that we have. Deanna says, I have the MLO training on my calendar and attend when available. That's great. Deanna is a realtor in North Carolina. You're going to see her. I'm actually going to be adding her to my slide deck with Denise because they both work as high yielding realtors in North Carolina. Libra said she goes to the Lunch and Learn, 11 a.m., 9 p.m. home buyer call, Saturday training at 11 a.m., accountability 7 p.m., and WOW on Wednesday. Now we know that WOW is an extension of Debt Cleanse. It's really a separate entity, but we oftentimes talk about building business there. So if you're not a part of the Women of WOW, you want to make sure that you join the Women of Wealth, WOW Women. We've got some wonderful things coming up on the calendar coming up, and you don't want to miss those. I've been consistent with the accountability training, but I catch every focus training. Thank you so very much, Katina. Um, let's see. Excellent. Thank you, Queen. Accountability at 7 p.m. What time on Saturdays? 11. If you go into your back office, and let me show everybody this, because you never have to wonder when trainings are going to be held. To share the screen. Exit from this. What you want to do is you always know where training is. You come to your back office, you come to events. Speaking of events, if you don't have your ticket, you should get your ticket. I think I got to get the discount code. It's something about save 30 or some 30 off. I think it's 30 off. We'll take $10 off the ticket. And that means you'll end up getting the ticket for $10. The tickets are $19. Go ahead and get your ticket for Regional Super Saturday. It is virtual. It's a virtual call. That's when all this new stuff we've been talking about is going to be released. But when you go, you come right here to events. Let's say you're going to go to the MLO training. You want to go to events. And in order, if you ever see a poster like this, you can get in the event. You just go to zoom.com and it'll say join. When it says join, you just put the code in and you can go right into the training. So that's one way. Also, when it says register, it had the meeting ID there, it's going to let you register. And once you click enter after you register, it'll take you right into the meeting. So you always not only have the meeting, but you have where to find the meeting at. One of my favorite aspects of events is the calendar, because I can go to the calendar and every time we have a training, the calendar is up here. You click on the calendar and it's going to tell you, like tonight, I'm going to be doing the presentation. It's going to tell you what time. It's going to give you the Zoom link. And if it's a presentation, it's a night that you know you're free, always add it to your calendar. You just click copy the calendar and save it. And that particular presentation will be on your calendar every week. So you always have the link, you have the time, and you have who's speaking. So you never have to wonder when something is going on. So that is how we're going to plug in, and that's how we're going to stay plugged in. And let me just say to all of you, let me give you a shout out for those of you who understand how important it is to plug into training. Now I'm going to challenge you. I'm going to challenge you to reach out to at least 3 people this week and ask them the same question. Where are you plugging in? Especially if you have somebody on your team and they are still a influencer, meaning they've come into the business and they've been in for a couple of weeks and they don't have anybody on their team. If they are on the team and they don't have anyone yet, ask them if they're plugging into the training. I guarantee you it's probably a no or not consistently. Those are the individuals that you really want to work on, because you want to make sure that you work with the population of team advocate, because you want between an influencer, meaning they're coming in with no one, to a team advocate up to 3 people. You want to make sure that you are working with those people consistently. Don't forget them because they may not have anybody on their team. You want to keep them engaged. You want to engage them, get them around leaders, get them around the fire, because basically what you have is, people who want to do well, but they just don't know what to do. So when you plug them into the training, it's not you're training them, you're sending them to the experts so the experts can train them. Let us do what we do best. and you do what you do best, which is bringing your people to us so that we can put them in the right place. And one of the things that I want to say about that is this. That is why you've got to be careful about segmenting your group. What I mean by that is you come in, you're excited, you got 2 or 3 people that's joined your team, and the first thing you do is cut off to have your own team, your own trainings, your own private groups. You want to be wary of that, because if you're not getting all the information, they're getting 50% less than what you're getting. So what you want to do is plug them into the power source, plug them into Own Easy Influencers, plug them into your leaders page so that you know at least they are getting most of the information. Now, I'm not telling you don't have a little group to say hey or whatever to them, but I think that what I'm finding is we are sequestering our people too quickly, and it cuts them off from the leadership, and they feel like they are in a silo. And we know they're in a silo because of the questions that they ask. Because when they can't get answers from you, they come around you and they come to us. So make sure that you, even if you pull your team aside, make sure that you always plug them into leadership. If you look at my Millionaire Mindset page, I'm always leading people back to Dr. Tangela, back to, and I'm a leader myself, but I still lead them to my leadership to make sure that, number one, they know who my leaders are. Number two, that they are comfortable going to the leaders when they need to, and so that they know that they are a part and that they matter and that they are supported by an entire community and not just me. Because there are some days I may not be able to get there and I'll have to send Dr. Tangela, or vice versa. Her people are comfortable with me because they've seen me be with her. They've seen me serve her, and they know that I'm going to operate in the highest form of integrity. So make sure that you're not afraid. Don't take ownership of your people in that way, in a way that's going to cut them off from other people. So I hope that made sense to you guys, and I hope that you take heed. So the power of communication is literally plugging in. Now let's talk right now. Before we go on, do I have anybody? Let me stop my share. Does anybody have any questions or comments about that before we move forward? Who said they can't hear anything? Because I'm not on mute. Zoom user. Whoever is the Zoom user with the blue and the dark blue at the top, I can't really see who you are, but it says Zoom user. Click on those, hover over your box, click on the 3 dots, and it says rename. Click rename and put your name in so we'll know who you are. So that's Zoom user, whoever Zoom user is. Anybody have any questions on what I just talked about as far as sequestering your team and making sure that you have them plugged in? Anybody got any questions on that? Ms. Calandra, thank you so much for being here. I know you've been working really long hours. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And how do I remember that? Because she comes on the calls. So I'm going to share my screen, guys. So let's get to the accelerator bonus. I think some of you guys have been, make sure that I'm sharing. Okay. I think some of you guys have been sleeping on this accelerator bonus. As a matter of fact, I know you have. Let me come off. Let me stop sharing again. Can anybody tell me, as a team advocate, how much money you make when you sign somebody up? Can anybody tell me that?
When you sign someone up, when you sign someone up, I think it's $53.
As a team advocate,
It's 45.
it's
Oh, it's 45.
45 as a team advocate. But Libra, you're thinking about a senior advocate, and I love the way you're thinking. Yes, it is 45. Um, what if I told you a national, when they sign somebody up, they get over or $90 or over $90? How would you like to make almost $100 per person that you sign up on day one? Anybody interested in making, would you rather make 45 or would you rather make 98?
I would like to go for the 90 and above.
Yes, I would too. So I'm getting ready to show you how many of you have left money on the table, and I'm going to show you how not to do it in the future and how to keep your individuals from doing it. Because that's not bad money. It's not bad money at all. I've been in companies, trust me, it's not bad, but I'm getting ready to show you how to double what you could make. So let me share my screen, and here we go. So when we're dealing with the accelerator bonus, we always are talking from the standpoint, this is how many people you need to get. You need to get three and four, and that's good. That's cute. But I'm gonna talk about the money today. I'm gonna talk about the money. When you put one person in your organization, let's look at this. When you put one person in your organization, you're gonna get $45 for that. If you, when you move as an advocate, when you start from 1 to 3, that's $45. When you add another 3, that's $53. And when you add, when you add some more, it's 53. And then when you get to senior advocate, when you have 6, because it takes 6 to be a senior advocate, it's 59. So an advocate, that's one person, 45. And then when you get to 3 people total, you're getting $53 per person. Then when you get to senior advocate, that's 3 more people, that's $59 per person. But what if we could turn this closer to $100? I think we should turn it to $100. So let's figure out how to do that. I want somebody in the chat just to put 45, 53, and 59 in the chat. And that's just so that you'll help me remember. So this is what we're doing. This is our accelerator bonus. This is a bonus that can make you a boatload of money. So if you are on this channel and you still have time within your 10-week window to make an accelerator bonus, put a 1 in the chat. If you have gone beyond your first 10 weeks of being in the business and you haven't put at least 3 people in the system, put a 2 in the chat. So a 1, if you still have time within 10 weeks to do it, your first 10 weeks, and a 2 if you miss that window. And I'll talk to you guys about that in just a second. So now that you see my screen, we have the accelerator bonus. We know that in our first 3 weeks, they're going to give you the first 3 weeks to get your first 3 people. Listen, don't take 3 weeks. If you're new on this line, get it in your first week or your first 2 weeks at the most. Go ahead and knock that accelerator bonus out. When you get one person, and I'm up here on accelerator bonus 3, we call it accelerator bonus 3 because your first 3 people will fulfill the requirement for accelerator bonus 3. So this big person here is you, and then it's showing you putting in 1, 2, 3 people, right? So while you're having 3 people, you're going to be putting those individuals in. When you put your first person in, you have $45, if I'm not mistaken. Can somebody tell me what 45 plus 3 is?
Did you mean 45 times 3?
45 plus 3. I mean, no, 45 plus 50.
45 plus 50 is 95.
Okay, so 45 plus 50 is 95. That means that when you are working towards your accelerator bonus and getting 3, when you put your first person in, one of the 3 people, you just took your pay up from $45 to how much, Brenda?
53,
45 plus 50 is what?
95.
95. Where did you get the $50 from? We always talk about the accelerator bonus as 150. Break that down to $50 per person that you are adding to the accelerator bonus, that you are adding to what you would get just by recruiting. So you're going to get $45 for signing somebody up. And when you hit the accelerator bonus, you can now add $50 to each person in that accelerator. So the first person you get $45 for, and Brenda, I'm gonna have you do the math on this. So get you a pen and a piece of paper. $45 plus 50 is what, Brenda?
95.
Okay, now the next section, because now we're getting we've got our one in, so we are an advocate. Now we're working towards becoming a team advocate. So the next 2 people, we are going to be moving up in price. How much does a team advocate make, Brenda?
53.
53. So what is 53 plus 50?
103.
You just went from making $53 to $103. You just went from making $45 to making $95. Is that right? Yeah, per person. So the first person, you got 95. And then the second 2 people, you're going to add $50 to what you would have automatically gotten. So now, instead of you thinking of a sign up as I'm going to make $45 when I sign people up, or $53, you got to add $50 to each one of those. So let me go to this so you can see it in a different way. 45 plus 50 is going to be 95. 53 plus 50 is 103. 59 plus 50 as a senior advocate is 109. When you get to national advocate and you are working on your accelerator bonus, national advocate from 14 people that you personally enroll, if you're on path 1, on path 2, or 28 people that your team has enrolled, you've got from 28 on path 1 to 112. How much is that, Brenda? How many people is that? If I told you, Brenda, if I said subtract 28 from 112, what do you have left?
84.
84. So you have 84 opportunities when you're signing people up, and we know you're not going to sign them up all by yourself, but you have 84 opportunities to make $63 plus 50. How much is that, Brenda? $63 plus 50?
118. I'm sorry, 113.
So you are making $113 when you become a national advocate until you hit director on everybody that you enroll, because you are working within the accelerator bonus. We just broke it down per person, so you will get a view of exactly what you are getting as with the accelerator bonus.
Plus the residual.
Plus the residual. We haven't even talked about the residual yet. We haven't even talked about being a accelerator bonus. So, I mean, sponsor. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen real quick. And I want somebody to come off mute and tell me if that didn't change something. If that didn't change, how you looking at the accelerator bonus?
Yes, that changed it for me.
That's Anton, y'all. That's my dude, y'all. He started about a little over a week ago. And let me tell you, I'm gonna do a quick testimony about Anton. He called me, he said, I want to start, but I gotta get some, gotta get my ends gotta meet, I gotta make some things happen. But he wasn't like, I'm gonna start, but I got this excuse and that excuse. He was like, yeah, no, I gotta get my ends together, but let me go make that happen. While he was making it happen, this dude was setting up three-way calls before he was even in the business. So when he came in, he already had one or two people that were already interested in his business. That's the type of person you want to be looking for when you're recruiting. Somebody that you don't have to pull or beg to do what it is they said they wanted to do anyway. So I am so glad that you're here, but I wanted you guys to see how overlooking something like the accelerator bonus, because a lot of you all are like, that's not for me, or I won't be able to do that, or I don't really know about that, and I don't want to really understand that. You need to understand it because you're leaving so much money on the table. If somebody came up to me and said, you could make $45 or you could make $95, I'm going to be like, $95 me, please. And now, and quickly. So what I'm doing is literally whatever it says I'm supposed to make on that rank, I am adding $50 to that. Let me pull up this. Hold on. Let me pull this up. Now that's weird. That should be on here, but I can find it here. Y'all can come off the mute and give me a comment. I'm looking for this.
Well, I like, being on the calls. I've been having some challenges getting on the hay, but I got it. I didn't have mute, but I figured it out tonight. But it's so important to be on the calls. As Coach K have really done a great job, given the system. And I just been following it and really getting great results. I'm talking to people now while I'm on the call because looking at that plan that she just laid out, that's my next goal. So I thank you, Coach K.
Oh, you're only one person from your first, no, you got your accelerator, but you're working on your second accelerator already. So you got your accelerator 3. We're working on the next accelerator to get your accelerator 6, but you just grandfathered yourself in, and I am logging in, guys. You may not be able to see my screen. Let me share my screen.
The encouraging thing is that you don't have to do it by yourself. That's the encouraging thing.
No, ma'am. See, she is smart. Let me tell you why she's smart. She's smart because she's realizing that path 1 is the way to go. A lot of people are going to look at it, path 1 and path 2, and be like, oh, well, path 2 I can get there a whole lot sooner on path 2, but I promise you that's not what you want to do. If you have to do it in the beginning, that's one thing. I'm getting ready to pull up that. I'm in Debt Cleanse Connect. And if you're not using Debt Cleanse Connect, you should be. Just taking a minute to load. There we go. This is exactly what I'm looking for. Click download and it'll populate it. Can everybody see the 10-10 to win?
Yes, we can.
Yes.
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 So this is the 10-10 to win. If you don't know how to use it, you're going to learn today. This is going to tell you how much it is. It's $45 for the first 3 enrollments. So when you get your first 3, add 50 to this after you get your third one. Once you get your third member, this $45 just became $95, if that makes sense. Because you're going to add $50 to each enrollment because you get $150 after you put your first 3 people in. Now, listen, for those who don't want to build, let me tell you something. You want to at least get 6. You want to get 6 so you're not paying that $89.95 a month. If you don't want to build any more than that, keep 5 to 6 people active. I say 6 just in case somebody quits or something happens. You still have your 5 and you hit your bonus. No need of going to 5 and you won from $150. You're gonna let $150 go by the wayside because you didn't get just one more person? No, we're gonna make sure we get that. So when you get your first 3 people, you're getting 45, 45, and 45 plus $50 per sign up. So now that's 95, 95, 95. So when you sit and you don't do that, not only that, look at your points. Your points is what makes you promote. You want to get as many points as you can. So you've gone from 90 to 270 points. You got $150 and you're well on your way. You got your first diamond in the system. So now you're going to go to your second 3 people. And this is how it goes. It's supposed to look like Candyland. It's going to come down. And now on your 4th member, look at how it changed from $45 to $53. So you're going to add $50 to that. When you get to your 6th member, you didn't make $53. You made $103 because now at your 6th member, you got your second accelerator. We can now add $50 per sign up to this. So instead of 53, you're getting 103, 103, and your and 5 is free, and another 103. So now you've gone from 90 points to 540 points. I hope this is making sense because I know some people have not looked at the 10-10 to win to really see how this increases your income. Now let's go to the next thing. This is your accelerator 10. This is accelerator 3 because you have 1, 2, 3 people in accelerator 3. This is accelerator 6 because you have member 4, 5, and 6. That's 6 total people in your organization. Once you get your last 4, that's accelerator 10 because you've got 10 people in your organization. Now let's look at this accelerator 10. $59. So $59 plus $50 is $109. Does anybody realize that you're making what it takes for a national director? You get into national director before you make this? You're making what a national director would make without the accelerator bonus from day one. I hope this is making sense to somebody because it blew my mind when I looked at it. I'm like, what do you mean? See, this is another thing. You get caught up on titles. I don't want you to get caught up on titles. When you make the money, the title's going to come. I promise you, the title is going to follow success. So if you are successful, if you are getting paid, you don't have to be concerned about that title. It's going to come organically. So with these next members, we got 1, 2, 3 at $45. Now we at 270 points. 4, 5, 6. We got 5 is free. We also have 540 points. We're now making $103 instead of $53. And now we got 7, 8, 9, 10. At your 10th member, you got almost 1,000 points in your organization. This is the 10-10 to win model we have been talking about. You are not going to get $59. You're going to get $109 per sign up once you get to your 10th member. You didn't just get $59. That bonus is going to add another $50 because remember, when you get your last 4, you don't get $150. You get $200. $200. So at your first 3, you're getting 150 bonus. Second three, you're getting 150. And your last four, you're getting 200. I want you all to seriously understand how this is laid out. Now, once you get your first three, let's say your 10 weeks is about up and you haven't gotten anybody in your business yet. You want to hustle. You want to get three people, because what happens is you unlock this bonus for the duration of the time that you're in the business, which is vital. It is vital. It means that every time you put in three people, you're going to get $150 more bonus. The next three people, another 150. The next four people, you are going to get another $200. This means that every time you put three people in your business, no matter how much money you're making, you are adding $50 to that sign up every time. So let's say you're a national and you get $90 when somebody signs up. Now you add 50 to that. You're getting $140 every time somebody signs up. That's bananas. I hope you understand why the accelerator bonus is important. Now let me talk to those individuals that may not have made their cutoff, because I don't want you to have a poo-poo face because you didn't get it. It's okay, because I'm going to show you what you get. Even though you didn't get the accelerator bonus, what you are eligible for is the sponsor accelerator bonus. And what that means is when you teach the people that come in your organization how to do the accelerator, every time they get a bonus, you get a bonus. When they get $150, you get $100. When they get $150 for the second three people, there's accelerator 6, you get $100. When they get their accelerator 10, you get $100. You get that the first and only the first time they do it, because the system just thinks that once you train somebody, they know it. We're not going to pay you over and over again for training somebody on something and they already know it. So you're saying, okay, that's good. I didn't get the 500, but I can get the 300, and I can get that over and over again, because it doesn't matter whether I made the first requirement or not. So how does that look? If you are running the 10-10 to win like we've instructed, get 10 people, get the 10 people to get 10, you are getting 10 as well. So with the 10-10 to win methodology, the way that it is set up, when you do that, you get 10 people to come in your organization and they get 10 people, you're going to get $300 times 10. I'm going to pull up my own calculator and do that. That's 300 times 10. That's $3,000. What if you made sure your people were in these calls? What if you made sure that you made it a priority to teach your people about the accelerator bonus? Guess what you've done? You're now making passive income. Passive means you're making money off work that you did not do, that somebody else did. It's a bonus. It's a gift. Not only that, you are teaching good habits in your organization. It doesn't impress me when you have one leader in an organization. That tells me a lot about that organization. When you have a leader like Dr. Tangela Collins Myers, and she's walking across the stage and she has me and she has other people that are in my organization and other people that's in her organization that's walking across the stage too, that's the type of leadership you want. You want leadership that is duplicatable. And that is exactly what she does. I wanted you to see this again so you'll see how much you are actually getting every time somebody joins your team. The first three people, $53 per person. You'll get 45 as an advocate, then 53 when you become a team advocate with 3 people. 6 people, you get 59. National advocacy, you get 63. And director, ding, ding, ding. That's where we want to go. So when you become a director and you are working in the accelerator bonus, you're going to add $50 to that. That means that every time as a director you sign someone up, you're going to get $120. And that is just one way of getting paid in this organization. It's mind-blowing. So at this time, does anybody have any questions? I want to give time for Dr. Tangela Collins-Myers. I know she's on the line. I want to give a few minutes for her to, just expound and give us any wisdom, because whenever you have a leader in the house, you want to hear what they have to say, because they can save so much time and energy. And Brenda, I see your hand. I'll get you in just a second. Dr. Tangela Collins-Myers, would you like to address the team?
Hey, Coach K. First, y'all, drop some fire signs in the chat. Every time I come to Coach K, I can't wait, because I know we finna get some nuggets, boy. And the one thing that I love about Coach K, because she's a real coach. If you ever notice, a coach don't tell you what you want to hear. A coach tell you what it is you need to do to win. And that's what she does. She breaks it down to tell you what you're going to do to win, how you going to get to the bag, and all of that. So I appreciate you, Coach K, for always serving and just selflessly giving to the team. So, you said something that was so powerful about just plugging in. I mean, so many things you said. Plugging in, knowing and understanding how you're going to, really get to the money. You got to break that down, right? You just got to break that down. And I would tell you that I think in my mind, what I love about Coach K is not only does she break it down for herself, she really makes sure that everybody else has the money. And I would tell you, if you know me, like I'll break it down. We're going to come with a strategy, but I love, because Coach K, let me put it in front of you so you see it. You understand what you leave it on the table when you don't take action. And, everything that she said, y'all, just take it to heart, plug in, because the one thing I tell you is that, think about who it is you want to recruit in your business. What does that person do? Do they show up on trainings without you having to text them, send them a message? Are they ones that go out there and get their tickets for virtual events, in-person events, and you don't have to say a word? Are they ones that make their list? Are they ones that, you would want them to take heed to all the training nuggets that they get and implement? Do it look like they consistently are following up with people, connecting with people, growing their influence through maybe their social media? Because if you're not maxed out at 5,000, you got room. Do they look consistent? What do they look like? Imagine that. And here's what I would tell you: become what you're looking for. Become what you're looking for. Because when you become what you're looking for, that will show up. That will show up. So that's my nuggets. We're in our last few days of the volume month. We got about 5 days now. 5 days. Sunday is the last day of the volume month. If you're not at Team Advocate right now, there's no reason with these nuggets and all the information that you got that you shouldn't be. And if you say, I'm struggling, I don't know how to get there, because I saw Ms. Calandra said, I just need some strategy. You need some strategy. If you haven't reached out to your leader to say, sit down with me and show me how I'm going to get there, then you haven't done your part yet. Reach out, because I promise you, you reach out and you reach up, these leaders are excited to be able to help you succeed, but we have to know who want it. And we know who want it when we get the ones that say, put me in, coach. Give me some time on your schedule, because I need to come up with this game plan, because I got places to go. Trust me, we want you to go. We want to help you get to where you're trying to go. But I always say, and I posted something a couple of weeks ago that says, you cannot move in a parked car. So Coach K just laid it out. Listen, make sure you're touching people. You're reaching out to people. When you growing a team, you got a team, connect with your team, because path one is the only way. Let me tell you, after director, you cannot get to the top of this comp plan without a team. So start thinking team right now. So thank you so much, Coach K, for everything. I appreciate everything that you do, and I appreciate these trainings.
Oh, thank you so much. And guys, she always puts up her training, and I'll share it on Millionaire Mindset Tribe every week. That's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Monday training that she does. It's all accountability training. So I want you all to understand that you got to be there if you want to grow your team. If you are having problems and you're not putting, a couple of people in your system every single week, that means that you have room to get training. So, Brenda, how can I help you, babe?
I just wanted to comment while you were talking about the 10-10 to win that it really is real. And I remember my first goal was to get 5. I was not going to pay that $89. I was determined I was not going to pay that $89, and I didn't. I think I had my first 10 within the 2 to 3 weeks because I did not want to pay that 89, and I wanted to get all those bonuses. I got all that money when that 500 starts popping up, 150, 250 there. And even now I can still get accelerate bonuses. I just got one last week. So those unexpected 150s that pop up, I'm telling you, that money always goes to good use. It's always nice to see that pop up. So ladies, those of you and gentlemen that haven't done that yet, push for that. Push for your 5 is free, so you don't have to spend the 89, and then push to get those bonuses because they do come in handy.
Thank you so much for that, Brenda. Listen, guys, we've got this Blitz bonus that I'll be talking about in the next coming weeks. And it's a new bonus that came out there, but put a 1 in the chat if $11,000 would change things for your household. And this is one thing that I love about the Blitz bonus is that it is broken up into increments monthly. So you'll be able to get parts of it as you are growing, as it's like you're getting rewarded as you go. A lot of businesses make you hit the whole thing before they give it to you, but they've broken it down so that you can, have the reward right then. That was an $11,000 bonus. And I am so grateful that I was able to hit that bonus. After you've been in the business for 90 days, when you are getting close to your 90 days, talk to me so we can put a strategy together, because that's when your bonus starts. When you can really, the requirements for that bonus starts. You got to be in the business for 90 days. So if you are close to your 90 days again, reach out to me so that I can tell you what you need to do. But the way to prepare for that bonus is the accelerator. You want to get those accelerators as many times as you can within a 90-day period, because that's going to set you up for that Blitz $11,000 bonus. And listen, guys, I don't hit ranks because of titles. I hit ranks because of stories that it gives me to tell. When I tell a high income earner producer that we've got an $11,000 bonus and I know you can do it because I did it, that's going to get them interested. When you tell them that, you have gotten all of the bonuses that were administered in the beginning in a couple of weeks, you got a $500 bonus, or you got a $500 bonus several times. Hush it. Hush, queen. Nothing out there. Sorry about that, y'all. And Anton, tell me, what do you have?
I just want to encourage everybody, one thing you said that I took to heart from day one, when I got all those emails, you said I was going to get about 4. And when I tell you it's so much is packed in that email that you get those videos. One of the ones that I went back and I still watch it every day, is how to scale your business. That's a video I think everybody needs to look at, because that would give you so many gems over and over, how to get your people, in your business. So I just wanted to share that. Go back to your videos. I say go back to the basics. And I thank you again, Coach K, for always being there no matter how busy you are. And I know you're a super busy person, but you always make time for me to get on a 3-way or text me to give me the information that I need. And again, I thank you and for the team.
Oh, you're welcome. You don't worry. That's the new onboarding thing. I was actually using this new group of people that have just joined my team as prototypes for that email that I send out with the things that are just vital for them to learn. So I'm glad to know that you are putting it to use, and I can tell who uses it and who doesn't. And it's not just about who can get people in their organization, it's the questions that you ask. Miss Parker, Michelle Parker, she's new, but the questions that she's asking me let me know that she's plugged in. And I'm going to tell you, people are human. They're going to work with the people that are plugged in. You are definitely going to work more with people who show up for their own success than somebody who never shows up for anything. So I want you all to make sure that you show up for your own success. So does anybody have any questions or any comments for me? I want those who are, if you guys did not know, individuals that are nationals or above, we had a couple of people that were grandfathered in, but people who are on my team who are nationals, I have a group that I have them in, and it's called Crowning Diamonds, meaning diamonds are crowning directors. They're birthing. They're not directors yet, but they are on their way. I have a whole separate group of people that I coach because I coach them differently on another level. I coach them as directors so that when they get to director, they already know how to operate as a director and they're not trying to figure things out. There's certain things that they have to put in place and certain things that they need to manage. So if you're wondering, get to national so that you national advocate so you can get in that group because the training is a little different. It's a little more intense, if it makes any sense. You're held a little more accountable. So let's see. That's awesome. That's awesome. 45, 150. You would like to go for 90. Okay. So for those of you all, again, who got 2 down and you didn't get to get the accelerator bonus, get it through your sponsor, accelerator sponsor. And it is just going to be a blessing when you have 10 people on your team and they can tell their people, my coach helped me get 10 people. My coach helped me get $500 in a bonus. That's going to help their team grow, thereby helping you grow. You're killing so many birds with one stone. So don't be discouraged if you didn't get it. Just be a coach or a leader that refuses to let people who come in behind you not know about it. We've got a lot of people that come into business and they don't know anything about the accelerator bonus. They heard it in their training. They heard it when we did it. But when they came in, nobody said anything to them. Nobody told them to get it. Every time you refuse to tell people about that bonus that come into your business, you just took $300 out of your pocket and hundreds of dollars out of their pocket because we're supposed to light the way. If Dr. Tangela and Dr. Kofor did not light the way for me, there's no way in the world I would have come to this business and hit director in 51 days. No way. I mean, I'm good, but there were roadblocks that I would have hit because I just didn't know what I didn't know. So they sat me down and said, "Chick, this is the cheat code." And because they did it for me, I don't have a problem doing it for you. I just need you to make sure that you are activating. Now, at this time, if you got any questions, you run into anything that's weird, or you haven't been able to get something that you need, whatever you need, this is the time for that. Does anybody have any questions about something you may or may not understand? So who can tell me what is your goal for next week?
My goal is to get at least 2 more people in, if not 2, 5.
Awesome, awesome. I love that. I love that. Everybody's goal should be to get somebody that's not plugged in. And this is how you're going to know who to get. That person that calls you all the time asking you the same question, that person that calls and they never know what's going on. Those are the people that you want to reach out to and plug them into training. Because sometimes you can have the answer and people just won't listen to you for whatever reason. They may not see you as what you see yourself as yet. So plug them into leaders, and the leaders are going to just reinforce what you're already telling them. It's going to save you time and energy, and it's going to help them learn how to plug in, because what you got to realize is everything that you're training is not for the person you're training it to. It's for the person that comes after them. It's for the legacy of their team. It's for the legacy of your team. Because if you can reproduce your team over and over again, your team's going to grow a lot faster. When you're the only person that knows what's going on, you are a team of one. I don't care if you got 150 people on your team. You want your team working in lockstep. Think of, Beyonce's in formation. You want to make sure that your team is in formation, so that even if you got 10 people behind you, all 10 of them, if you ask about the 10-10 to win, they know what it is. If you ask them about the Ready, Set, Launch, they know what that is. If you ask them about what the sponsor gets for the accelerator bonus, they all know what that is, because you have given them such a blueprint to follow that everybody knows what's going on. And I know that we're tightening up some systems, and things are growing, and we're making some changes. This is even the more reason why you need to plug everybody in to the trainings that we have, so that they will be able to get it hot off the press. What's going on? Michelle said to get at least 3 to 5 people. I'm not even worried about you, Michelle, because I know you'll never pay that 89. I'm not even worried. Michelle is not gonna pay it. She gonna make sure she don't pay it, and I don't blame her. Anton said he's gonna try to get 5 more people. He's gonna get 5 more people, not trying, because he's doing the work. If you guys are not using your 3-way calls, use your 3-way calls. And I can tell you right now, everybody on this page could stand to launch again. I'm even going to launch again. Well, Coach K, you've been in, I'm going to launch again. Because sometimes people need to be refreshed on who you are and what you're doing. And when you launch, it doesn't mean you've never launched before. It just means that you are launching. I plan to launch right after some of this new stuff has happened, after this meeting on the 23rd. And I'm hoping everybody under the sound of my voice has one of your virtual tickets. You don't ever know what's going to be attached to those tickets. Get you a ticket. Brenda said to help working members get 3 people. Did you see what she said? To help working members get 3 people. Wisdom. Move with the movers. To get 6 more people. Thank you, Libra. So that's it, guys. That's all I've got. Thank you for coming. Thank you for being attentive. I will see you guys on the calls that we have next week. Tomorrow we have the Women of Wow at 8 o'clock. Ladies, make sure that you plug into that. It has been so charging and such a blessing in the last couple of weeks. It's always value add. But if you're not a part of that organization, you need to become a part of the Women of Wealth. It is phenomenal, and it is empowering. We need to be poured back into after we are doing this, raising children, being wives, mothers, friends, all that. We need to have something poured into us, and that's a great place to get it. Libra said, thank you, Coach K. You and Dr. T have been a blessing to me. Oh, you've been a blessing to us as well. So yes, guys, the last thing is next week, grab a couple of people and bring them with you. We want to max out these calls Monday through Friday. And I'm talking about the calls that make you money. I'm talking about the calls that get you promoted. Those calls, those 7 o'clock calls where you have to stretch, you have to grow, you have to learn new skill sets, those calls, because it's in the breaking of the seed that something is birthed. You can't just stay underground and never birth. That's why it's underground. When the soil starts to get tight around that seed gets pressed upon, that's pressure, and it bursts. And when that seed bursts, then things come out. So yeah, you're gonna be uncomfortable for a minute. You're gonna have to stretch for a minute. I've had to do a lot of growing, because corporate and this not the same thing. I tried to put a corporate box in a circle. It did not fit, right? So some things had to be changed and cultivated so that my methodologies could fit here. So don't think you're the only one that's being stretched. I was stretched too, but it is worth it, guys. It is so worth it. I care about each and every one of you. Thank you for coming tonight. I'll see you guys tomorrow, either on the 7 o'clock call or the Women of Wow tonight at 9 o'clock. I will be doing the 9 o'clock call. So if you got anybody, that's a good place to invite them to. I will be there ready to go. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Dr. Tangela Collins Myers. We look forward to great things from your team. I love you guys. Bye
All
now.
right.